Hi friends. Now let us take up the fifth and the last concept in the training session 1. After thorough understanding of these 5 concepts, you can perform all the programs in Java Feelgood series. In Feelgood series, totally 10 programs I have given, and as I told you already, if you perform the 10 programs on your own, then it will be like laying a strong foundation not only for Java, for other programming languages also. And on this, you can construct 100-storied programming building, no doubt about that. It's just a matter of 5 hours. How much time you take, that is up to you. 5 hours I teach. And if you sincerely work on that, you can lay a strong foundation. Now, let us finally discuss superiority of OOP paradigm than other paradigms. There are other important paradigms. One is a procedural paradigm. Second one is a function-oriented programming paradigm. This is called FOP. Third one is object-oriented programming paradigm. This is called OOP. First one is procedural. Okay, this is the superior among all the 3. Actually, if you want to know about procedural and function-oriented programming, in description I am giving the links because I don't want to distract your attention. If you have interest, you can study procedural and just a matter of half an hour if you spend, you can get command over what is the procedural, what is function-oriented, how object orientation programming is superior than other paradigms. Now, here I am explaining how OOP is superior than other paradigms and how it reflects the real life models. That is very important. OOP perfectly reflects the real life models. As I told you already, in object oriented OOP approach, in a OOP viewpoint, everything is every noun is an object. A person is an object, a car is an object, a TV is an object, a marks report is an object, an error is an object. Every noun in the world is the right candidate for an object. That point you have to understand. So how it represents the real life model. First I explain, now we see the figure, by that you can have a understanding. This is the person, any person. In the person, just there are many organs and all that. Just I take three organs. One is blood, water, and oxygen. The 3 elements I am taking, these are like data items. Data. And 3 organs I take: heart, liver, kidneys. 3, these are like functions. In the previous concepts, I explained one thing. All programs, regardless of the language, they manipulate data. Manipulate means performing operations to generate result. That I explained. Now we see blood, water, and oxygen you take as data, and heart, liver, and kidneys, they perform operations on the data items. You know that. You need not know biology, and a simple common sense is enough. So here, what is the how our program is in this model? You have to understand. Actually, heart, it takes some inputs. I don't want to explain about them. It takes inputs, it makes process and keep ready the output. In the same way, liver also takes some input elements and makes process and keep ready the output. In the same manner, kidneys also, they take something like they take raw blood and they purify and delivers purified blood. Okay, like that, every organ takes some input items and they process, thereafter they release the output. That you know. Okay, now one question I ask you: your heart, I am not talking about my heart, your heart, are you giving any inputs to your heart? No, You are not giving explicitly, you are not giving any input to your heart. Whatever inputs it requires, it automatically takes. It process and keep ready the output. Same case, liver. It takes its input, whatever inputs it wants. Whatever heart takes, liver may not take. Suppose heart takes ABC, liver may take D, M, N, and kidney take some other thing. So whatever input they require, they decide and they take, and they make process and keep ready the output. That output is the input for some other organ. In this manner, as long as a person lives, this mechanism is done. Anything goes wrong and all, then only we go to doctor. In this process, something is going wrong. In order to rectify that, we go to the mechanic, that is doctor. Understand? This is automatic process. But only one organ we have to give things from outside. What is that? Mouth. Mouth is an organ, but for that only we give food, we feed it from outside world. Understand? Remaining all organs, whatever they want, they take, they process, and they keep ready the output. Okay, that point I think it is clear. So everything is automatic machine. As long as a person lives, this mechanism is done. Once this mechanism is stopped, then we declare the person dies. Okay. Now, as far as our program is concerned, program example, if you give, you are very much convinced. That's why here I am showing you one programming example, room. In this, 3 data items I have given. There also 3 data items I have given. Here also 3 data items I have given. I need not explain. You need not bother about this code. If you do not know about that, just understand. Here, what are the 3 data items? Length, breadth, and height of a room. Those are the 3 data items. And here, 2 functions I have given. What are the 2 functions? Calculate floor area and calculate 4 walls area. The corresponding formula I wrote within the body. Actually, here the thing is, I am not, empty parentheses are there. I am not passing anything. If it is a function oriented program, explicitly I have to pass L and B. But in object oriented programming, I am not passing that. And in the second function, that is calculate 4 walls area, what I have to pass? LBH explicitly I should pass. But in object orientation, I am not passing that. Because how your heart is taking required inputs, this calculate floor area is taking, and how your kidney is taking inputs in the calculate floor walls area is taking inputs. That is the superiority of the object orientation. That's why it is representing or reflecting real life models. That point you have to understand. And if you want to know the difference between functional orientation and object orientation, as I told you already, in the description, the corresponding programs I am giving, if you see that, you can compare. You compare, then how OOP is superior to other paradigms. Okay, one more example I give you, your marks report, you know that. In marks report, what you give? You give your marks. 5 papers are there, 5 papers marked like 49, 51, 62, 72, 35, like that you have given. Then that is the input you provide. Then the functions are there. Which function? Calculate total marks. Whatever input data it requires, it takes automatically in object oriented programming. Calculate average percentage of marks. That function takes whatever inputs it requires. And printing marks report, it requires some inputs. Whatever inputs it requires, it takes. You need not pass anything. That is the smartness of object oriented programming. Practically you have to understand. What extent you understand, that you understand here. Mainly the person, that example you keep in mind, how it automatically works and all that. Your object oriented program work like that. Whatever inputs functions require, they take automatically and they work. And it is integrated as one unit. Suppose you take your car. In your car there are 1000 components. 1000 components, they together working, but you identify it as one unit, car. Person may have 1000 organs in the body, and you treat him as one unit, one entity. one entity. That is the real spirit of object orientation that you have to understand before writing your first Java program.